Hello, Highland Park Middle School students. I am Senora Jones, and I am the IB MYP coordinator at Highland. You might be asking yourself, what is the IB? Well, I'm going to tell you all about this great program that we have here at Highland. The IB stands for International Baccalaureate. The International Baccalaureate is a program that we offer here at Highland. I'm going to read to you the mission statement because it's what we do here. The International Baccalaureate aims to develop inquiring, knowledgeable, and caring young people who help to create a better and more peaceful world through intercultural understanding and respect. To this end, the organization works with schools, such as Highland Park, governments, and international organizations to develop challenging programs of international education and rigorous assessment. These programs encourage students across the world to become active, compassionate, and lifelong learners who understand that other people, with their differences, can also be right. And I'm going to show you how this mission statement plays through our school at Highland Park Middle. Where is the IB? Where is the International Baccalaureate throughout the world? Well, it's exciting to know that you are one of 1 million students who participate in an IB program throughout the globe. There are almost 5,000 schools that are IB, and it's in over 150 countries. The International Baccalaureate has 3 programs: the primary years program, the middle years program, and the diploma program. Here at Highland Park Middle School, we are in the middle years program. The MYP stands for middle years program. And in St. Paul Public Schools, there are 3 schools that offer the middle years program: Ramsey, Highland, and Hazel Park. And they articulate to Central, Highland Park Senior, and Harding High School. The MYP stands for the middle years program, and it is for students from ages 11 to 16. It encourages you, the students, to make practical connections between yourselves and the real world. Where can we see this happening at Highland Park? Well, in your classrooms, you will notice that you will be presented with questions that are big questions. You will get evaluated. Your assessments will have rubrics to help explain the levels of expectation. Your work will also be connected perhaps with other classes' work. We also talk a lot about ATL, approaches to learning. This is how you approach your learning. The classes are offered in multiple languages. All students we encourage to become multilingual or bilingual. We also involve action and community service. There are various objectives we'll be talking about, and the learner profile is one big focus for our teachers and students here at Highland. I will explain all of these briefly. Here are some questions of inquiry you might experience in your subject areas. Let's say that you're learning about advertising in your English class. A statement of inquiry could be: persuasive texts, specifically in marketing and politics, use language intended to influence our behavior and decisions. Some questions that come from that statement might look like this. Factual: what techniques do advertisers employ to influence our behaviors and our decisions? Conceptual: how can we avoid being manipulated by what we see, hear, and read? And debatable: when do advertisements become unethical? As you can see here, we're really doing some deep thinking into what we're studying in our English class. In an arts unit, you might experience some questions like this. Factual. How has the art changed? How has the art form changed over time? Conceptual. In what ways can the arts change or influence a society? And debatable. Is everyone an artist? You're also going to see a lot of our assessments coming with rubrics. Here's an example of an infographic rubric used in 6th grade. As you can see, the achievement levels over here are IB, and they range from 1 to 2 to scores of 7 to 8. The descriptors are here, from minimal use to sophisticated use. And this relates back to the context and intention. Your organization of ideas is a different standard. You can see minimal degree of logic all the way to effectively organizing in a logical manner. This is to help us communicate the expectations and degrees of understanding. And this is to help you learn how you can continue to grow and improve and what you are already doing well. Interdisciplinary learning, you might experience that you're going to be creating one final product for 2 different classes. For example, at Highland, you get to be a scientist and write a persuasive argument paper about GMOs or genetically modified organisms. You might be a poet and write a poem about life during the Dakota War, which is interdisciplinary between your humanities course and your English course. Or perhaps you might experience in your arts and language classes that you can be an artist and create a description of your artwork in multiple languages. Approaches to learning. Here are the approaches to learning, which are the learning skills that you will be talking about in your IB classrooms. Thinking skills, social skills, communication skills, self-management skills, and research skills. As learners, we are always working hard in these different areas, and these help us understand the context and the concepts of the materials in our classes. These are critical lifelong skills. Multilingual learning. At Highland Park Middle School, we offer French, Chinese, and Spanish. We encourage all of our students to become multilingual learners. Service and action. One question from the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? And what we want to encompass in our IB classrooms is how can we take our learning in the classroom, or online, of course, and make it most impactful so we can make change in our local and global communities. You're going to see varied objectives in your classes. If you look on this side here, you will notice that here are your subject areas: English, Spanish, French, or Chinese, geography, history, your science classes, your math, arts, PE, design, and there are additional ones down here. In each class, you're going to have 4 criteria: A, B, C, and D. Your teachers will share more about this with you, but this is overall the objectives of our IB classes. As you can see, knowing and understanding is just one of the components in your individuals and societies class. Investigating, communicating your understanding, and thinking critically are equally important to knowing and understanding. The learner profile. These are the traits that we really encourage in all of our staff and students here at Highland Park. Inquirers, knowledgeable, thinkers, communicators, principled, open-minded, caring, risk takers, balanced, and reflective. How can we demonstrate that we embody these, and how can we continue to become better at these traits? Thanks a lot for participating and joining me in learning more about the IB International Baccalaureate MYP Middle Years program here at Highland. Have a great day.